Hey, what's going on, guys? This is Greg with Ideal Trading Ideas, and today I want to give a quick shout out to Daniel Schaefer, who talked to me on the comment section of our YouTube channel and talked about Costco, about how he moved his money over from the airline industry over into Costco, which is a great move for himself. And hey, what I always tell you guys is, hey man, whatever you choose to do with your money is your money. Go ahead and do it. So we're gonna go over Costco real quick, doing a stock review. And as we see, we have the investor relations section or tab of their webpage up, right? Always go to the investor relations tab so that you can find out as much information about the company as possible. So in the overview, we have company profile, recent openings, historical highlights, corporate governance, sustainability commitment, stock information, financial reports, SEC filings, which I believe is the most important tab on the page, fundamentals, news releases, earnings estimates, webcasts and presentations, event calendar, investors facts, contact information, logos returned to Costco.com, right? So we have a quick snapshot right now. It says that it's $412.24 per share, up $5.09. As we scroll down, we have their recent news. You can go through that, click on it as you see fit. And we have upcoming events, right? In August, we have July sales results. In September, we have August sales results, Q4 earnings results, and a Q4 2021 earnings call, right? So we have some good things that's going to be popping up pretty soon in the month of August and September especially, right? So we should see the stock constantly move forward. And also, if you want to have email alerts sent to you about what's going on with the stock in the company, hey, just click right here and go ahead and put your email in.
We're in the middle of a swell.
So what we're going to do is move forward to our E-Trade account, and we're going to be on our analyst research portion, right? So analyst price targets. The average price target for Costco is going to be $420.10 a share. That's going to be a 1.85% upside. And then they have a high price target of $455. That's going to be a 10.31% upside. And then they have a low for $350 or a negative 15.15% downside, right? It says in the last 3 months, 24 ranked analysts set 12-month price targets for Costco. The average price target amongst the analysts is $420.10, which is right here. Analysts compare the price targets to the current market price of the stock to determine how much potential upside and downside movement that could be in the stock price, right? So as we kind of look at this little chart, this graph, it shows you the high, this orange line for 455. The blue line is going to be our 420.10, and then our purple line is going to be our 350, right? As we scroll down, we see the different analysts that are setting their price target. Laura with a 455, Mark with 420, Michael with 350, Joe with 444, and William with 385. You can also go over here and click on any one of these articles and read exactly what they're talking about in reference to Costco, right? And obviously they have their different price targets, analyst success rates, and analyst average return from Costco, right? Anyway, you can kind of scroll down, get the consensus, fundamentals, option plays, so on and so forth, comparison to the S&P 500.
I'm not gonna make it. Yes, you are. Yes, you are.
And what we want to do is continue moving forward. We're going to go over here to our TradingView platform. As you can see, we have Costco up there. We have an earnings report that's going to be September 23rd, EPS 10.67, market cap of 182 billion, dividend is 0.78%, and a PE ratio of 38.28, right? We have overview, ideas, technicals, financials, and index components, right? So you can always go through and find out any information you want just by coming to the TradingView website. And we're clicked on the ideas area right now. They have all the top authors that they're going to be coming out with all their different ideas about Costco, right? That pertains to Costco. So this is a premium user right here. Put out something on June 29th. They're definitely long on the stock, so they feel like it's going to be going up. As we scroll down, we have somebody else who's June 28th. They're long on the stock, price target 460. Cost broke out in long-term resistance. Can it hold? We have another person that's long on that as well. As we scroll down, we have another person that's long. That was from June 21st. Then we have a short from April 25th and a short from July 2nd, right? So everybody's going to be different in what they think will happen, right? So how do you find out whether or not a person's idea that they put out was correct? Depending on, you know, when they put it out, right? You're just going to click on this little play button. It'll kind of show you how it's been playing out. And as of right now, what this person is saying is actually playing out, right? They believe it's going to go up higher. It may not hit that 460 area. You know, I'm thinking right around what analysts say, 450, right? Anyway, if you want to exit out of that, just do so by clicking on the X. And what we're going to do is click on Trade Now, right? So when we click on Trade Now, it's going to bring us to our charts. This is my weekly chart. It may be on a daily chart for you, or minute chart, hourly chart. Just click on, scroll down, click on the weekly chart if you want to be on a weekly chart. And as you can see, I have red lines and blue lines set up.
Those aren't mountains. They're waves.
Our red lines are our 52-week highs, resistance areas, and our blue lines are our 52-week low support areas, right? And we kind of took Costco all the way back to 2016 to kind of show you guys that Costco at its very high back then was $169. 2017, the high was $195. 2018, the high was $245. 2019, the high was $307. 2020, the high was $393, and right now we're at an all-time high of about $412, right? So Costco has never been this high. Each year is hitting higher highs, right? So do we actually know what's going to happen to Costco? No, we need to pay attention to what professionals are talking about and see what they're going when it comes to Costco. But we can also use our support and resistance lines in terms of technical analysis to kind of figure out areas that we can possibly buy in at and wait for it to go up to those price points, right? So going back to 2020, which I don't look at 2020 as being a very reliable year to look at, so I like to go back to 2019. But as you can see, the resistance area for 2020 is going to be that $393.88 range, somewhere around that, right? So we just say $393, and which means that I believe that somewhere in 2021 we're going to drop back down. That's why I have this red line right here. We're going to drop back down, touch this area, could go a little further down, maybe 388 range, before bouncing off and then coming on up into that 450-ish area, right? So I believe we are going to hit the 450 area that analysts are talking about. We're just going to see a small correction before that happens, right? So as we kind of go back in time, we see early in 2021, or really in the end of 2020, we hit a resistance area, bounced off, came all the way down to our 2019 resistance area that is now acting as a support. It touched it and bounced off and continued to scroll up before going sideways and not going through that resistance line. And that happened for about 7 to 8, even 9 weeks before actually breaking through and moving upward, right? So what we're going to do is push forward and click on our Robinhood platform, right? So right now you see that's $412.23, up $5.08 for the day, or positive 1.25%. We're going to go through the rest of the chart. Weekly chart says that we're up $12.45, positive 3.12%. Monthly chart says that we're up $29.59, or positive 7.73%. The 3-month chart says that we're up $51.42, or positive 14.25%. 1-year chart says that we're up $92.33, or positive 28.85%. And the 5-year chart says that we're up $256.23, or positive 164.14%, right? So for those of you who have bought Costco 5 years ago, you guys and are still holding, you guys are holding on to a nice sum of money, and you should be receiving quite a few dividends. You know, I think they're doing quarterly dividends, if I'm not mistaken. You can always look that information up. And but if you own 100 shares or more, 100 shares, 200 shares, 1,000 shares, and you're not doing anything with those shares other than holding, I want you guys to understand that you can make more money than just holding and waiting for the stock to continue moving up in price. We know that the analysts are saying that, hey, average price target right now is going to be about $420+ a share, and we know that they have a high of about $450. So what do we need to do to make more money from this? We can easily go over here, click on trade cost options, change our buy to a sell, click on that, continue to click on our call right here, change our expiring date to 30 days out, July 30th, and just move up, right? So remember, they're thinking that the average price target is going to be $420, so let's just go up to $420. So the strike price is $420, which is going to be your sales price. They're offering $3.25 per share, which is going to be $3.25 times 100 if you own 100 shares, which is going to be 300, in this case, $23, right? So they're willing to pay you $323 up front if you have 100 shares, if you own 100 shares, just to say you'll sell at $420. If it doesn't make it up to $420 per share by July 30th, what's going to happen? You're going to keep the $325, as you can see it's moving around. You're going to keep the $325 that they paid you, and you're going to keep your shares because it didn't reach 420, right? Now, what happens if you decide that, hey, 420 is not enough? You can just scroll up. Go up to the 450 price target. If you feel like 420 is not enough and you're going to be a person that you want all of your money by that time frame, right? Because you feel like you may be missing out. Even then, at the 450 price target at strike price, they're willing to give you 49 cents per share, which is going to be $49 if you own 100 shares. They're going to give that to you up front. And the only thing you have to do is wait for July 30th to come on. So once July 30th come in and it hasn't reached 450, what does that mean? That means that, once again, you keep your shares and you receive $49 up front. Now, once again, I don't know exactly what the Costco dividend is, but I'm pretty sure that that $49 that they're going to be paying you up front for holding for less than 30 days is going to be a little bit more than what your Costco dividend is going to be for your 100 shares over a 3-month time frame, because you can continue doing this every 30 days. You can do it weekly if you want to. It just depends on you. Me personally, I would definitely come down here and pick the 420 strike. Go ahead and take the 315, 325, whatever the number is going to keep flip-flopping around to. I would take that and make some money from it. Now, how do you actually initiate this trade, this covered call option that I'm trying to show you guys how to do? Well, only thing you would do is, for the guys that actually own the 100 shares or more, you would just click on the positive sign. We have 420 called. You see it says negative $3.13. The total credit is going to be $313. You're going to scroll down. It says expected profit and loss, $315. Cost price now is going to be $412.34. That's the actual stock price right there. And then it's showing you max profit, max loss, and the break even point, right? So your max profit right now is $315. Your max loss is unlimited, and your break even is $423.15. So we're going to start with the break even first, right? So what does break even means? It means that the money that they're paying you up front is $3.15, it's $3.15. When you add that to the price of Costco from $412, right, on up to this price is $315 that they're giving you all in all. That's going to be $423. So $423 to 15 is going to be your break even point. So anything over that $423.15 is going to be going into the red for your Costco shares. But it actually doesn't mean that you're going to owe money. And the reason why it doesn't mean that, because you decided to sell your shares off at $420, right? So even though we have a $423 break even, your shares are going to be sold off at $420, which means you don't own the shares anymore. So anything above that really doesn't mean anything, because you don't own the shares above $420 anyway. They're going to sell off and you're going to be done with Costco. So what you're going to do is go up, click on continue, and then put in 1, 2, 3, whatever in reference to the amount of shares that you own, right? So if you own 100 shares, you're going to put the number 1 in. If you own 1,000 shares of Costco, then you're going to put the number 10 in. You're going to click right there and you're going to put in 10. And then as you can see, the limit price right now is between $310 and $335. They're offering $325 right now. The expiration date is good for the day, and they're going to give you a minimum credit of $3,250. That's if you own 1,000 shares of Costco right now. But if you only own 100 shares, you're going to have one contract and you're going to receive $325, right? You're going to receive that in your hand today, right? Then it's going to be transferred over to your account, right? Nothing changes in regards to this stuff down here, right? So remember, by July 30th, if it doesn't make it up to the $420 strike price, you're going to keep your shares that you already own, and you're going to keep whatever money they're offering you. Right now, they're offering $335. So as you can see, it's moving around quite a bit. Anyway, hopefully I showed you guys how to make some money off of Costco if you're holding for that long term, waiting for it to go up to that 420 range, 450 range, whatever analysts are predicting that it will be. And hey man, I wish you all the best in your holding of the stock. And hey, let's get that money. Once again, please like, subscribe, and comment on the channel. We really do appreciate all the love and support. And hey, you guys have a great day. Bye.